Bazaar is a nice trading simulator. Set in hell. Well, technically it's set in underground Victorian London, where squid people walk the streets, and murder is a casual hobby. You start out as a random prisoner with no real knowledge of anything apart from the fact that you want to escape. When you succeed, you then go on to do, well, whatever you want. Inside the fairly limited game parameters, though, of course. The game uses Twitter, so that they do not have to program their own login and multiplayer engines, and also get free advertising from impatient people like me, who want to refill their actions at the cost of your soul. However, the downside of this is that I do not use Twitter, do not want Twitter, and will never again use Twitter. The game has a fuck-ton of grinding, for both items and skills, which, combined with the 40 actions a day limit, is very annoying. You can only perform a max of 40 actions every 24 hours, but you're only allowed 10 usable actions at a time. This means that if you do 10 actions, you have to wait for the game to refill it at a steady pace of 7 minutes per action. You are, however, allowed one free insta-refill if you tweet one of their advertisements, but any additional insta-refills cost you an inordinate amount of money. Did I mention this is one of those free browser games where you don't have to pay, but if you do, it makes everything much easier. This game's metagame currency is known as Fate, and apparently can be stored in a box and emits light. The in-game currency is measured in echoes and pence, 100 pence making a single echo. An observation I've made is the fact that anything that you can obtain can be sold for barely a penny, possibly due to the fact that any old asshole with an action on their hands can get 20 kilos of the stuff, while anything that you would like to buy costs at least 1,800 times that amount. There is a specific term for this type of economy, and it is what professionals in the field like to call fucking shite. The game also uses a second set of randomly determined options for you to follow aside from the normal repeatable options that you find at specific locations. These random options take the form of cards, the number of which you can hold at any one time is determined by your living arrangements. These cards come from a deck of max of 6 cards, and refill at the same pace as actions, and also cost money for instant refills. An unfortunate trend I've noticed with them, however, is the cards often turn out to be too hard for your skill level to even be a plausible use of an action, or too easy for your skill level, making them unrewarding and not worth bothering with. There are, by the way, 4 skills: Danger, Watchfulness, Persuasiveness, and Shadowy. You'll find yourself grinding to increase these skills, to get money, which is then used to buy items that enhance these skills, creating a dumb cycle. The artwork is fairly good, but my only problem is that there isn't very much of it, so you'll constantly see the same picture used in different contexts, which can annoy people, such as me. Another peeve of mine is the fact there are many qualities which can be enhanced, but as of yet I have not seen a particular use for them outside of character reasons. For example, I'm a steadfast, ruthless bastard. Essentially, if you were to take any MMO and then distill it so that it gets rid of all the fancy shit, then you have pure ethanol. I mean, Bazaar. Don't get me wrong though. It's addictive and a brilliant procrastination device, and a game that can be played part-time in between parts of work. I just wouldn't pay money for it. Have fun trading sawdust for pennies.